Jamie, just say something. You're on. Jamie's getting like beamed onto this stage. And then you just...
So then there was like a delay, and then I was like, "What's up, Comicon?"
And big rogue wave, like 20-foot wave, crashed over the boat and basically swept me off. And then Euan kind of saw this happen, managed to like scramble back, give me a hand back inboard. I got in. I was actually pretty much bollock naked as well, which is not a detail we kind of...
You didn't say that, actually.
I'm intrigued why you included it this time.
There you go.
There was just so much stuff to do that I think all of us had just completely bottled it and forgotten to download a bunch of our music onto our phones.
Oh, that's a cardinal sin.
I know, it's absolutely dreadful. So like as the islands were disappearing and the 4G signal was slowly dropping off, we were like desperately trying to download stuff. So we ended up pulling it together into one playlist for that, and it was a pretty random set of tunes on that playlist.
It would go from like Wagon Wheel to the Corries, Lachlan. It was quite the eclectic
Saturday
mix.
night out. Okay, welcome to a very special episode of Valtos in Session. We're joined by three of the most inspirational people we've ever met. Dan, we've got the MacLean brothers.
Hello.
I feel like
We need the sound effects.
How you doing, boys? Thanks for coming in.
We're good. Yeah, thanks for having us.
Have you recovered?
We're getting there. I think physically we've recovered really fast.
Yeah.
I think mentally we're still adjusting.
Fair. Yeah.
I mean, we've been back in Scotland since like
2 months.
2 months.
Yeah.
And there's still certain scenarios, circumstances you get pretty overwhelmed. You two really struggled with shopping.
Oh my god.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like anything that requires any amount of choice, to be honest. I went into the supermarket not that long after we arrived, to be fair, with my partner, and we were getting ingredients for a meal that we've cooked like loads of times. It was like home comfort like food that we've done that same recipe a bunch of times. And I was in there for 45 minutes wandering around. I'd managed to pick up one chili, and I was supposed to get like half the ingredients for the thing, one chili, and then I was just like wandering around lost. And Fran got all the rest of the ingredients and then just led me out of the supermarket. I was like shaking. It's just absolute shambles. Yeah, I don't know what it is. I think it's like if you have too many, because we had like no choices to make whatsoever whilst we were at sea.
I mean, I saw the video of you sharing with Euan McGregor via the screen of your one. What was it, a lamb sag? or something?
Yeah, lamb sag
at dawn.
Yeah, might be the title of a movie. Who knows? Lamb sag at dawn.
There's your book.
There's the
title.
book. I know. Yeah. We hadn't. Did we propose that?
We didn't, no.
Maybe.
That'd be £20, please. Yeah. No, that's something. Sorry.
I was going to say, you've still got a little bit of tan left.
Do we?
A little bit
You
left.
think?
Oh,
and
compared
then
to
when
us,
that's
come
gone, Peely Wally back to Scotland, then you're back.
That's when we're fully adjusted.
That's the litmus kind of gauge I'm looking at here.
I'm usually like definitely a brunette. I've never been blonde in my entire life.
Yeah.
This is just and it's slowly growing out and looking worse and worse. So
Euan's gone for like a new look recently. What do you think? He's gone for like this
I rate it.
ex-corporate surfer look. Yeah. Maybe he's going to buy a van, take up rock climbing. That's the thought.
These all sound like fun things to do.
Leave me alone, man.
Yeah. I would have never considered shopping would become an issue after you. Just these wee things. Was there anything else major like that you didn't think would happen?
I think we went to a gig too soon after coming home.
We went to
that's
Roar
in
the liquid rooms, like just after we got back.
Yeah.
And it was very lovely. They did a little shout out.
Yeah.
But like going from, being just with your brothers for 4.5 months at sea and then being in a gig with like probably, what's the liquid rooms, like 200-300 people?
No, it's probably like 5-6.
5-6.
Oh.
It's bigger than you think.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then they did like a lovely, I think it was Journey Home. They played a tune and it was like relevant to us coming home.
Yeah.
And they said like some nice words, but then you've got like 500 people looking at you and you're like, I thought I was going to have a panic attack.
And it's quite dark and dingy in there as well.
It is, yeah.
I note that we also played the same night and you weren't at our gig just down the street.
Oh no!
If you were worried about like too much, then
that
don't
would
go
have
to our
been
gig.
too much. Yeah, no.
Quiet. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I'm only kidding. Rura, amazing that would be a good one to be at. Yeah. It probably leads me on to a question. We spend a lot of time together touring, and personal space is really important because otherwise you just fall out and you get annoyed at each other. And I know you're brothers and you know the buttons that you probably need to push, but being at sea for that long in that kind of confined space, is that not a nightmare? Or are you like close enough that it wasn't too hard?
I mean, you're in a pretty like you can't really fall out and wrestle or whatever. Like you've got to just kind of get past any disagreements or whatever and move on and I think get into a good mindset. I think that's the main thing for us, was like really focusing on morale and trying to make like one day to the next as enjoyable as you possibly could, because there's lots of things that are making it uncomfortable, or things that are not particularly fun. And I think you can just get into quite a negative spiral if you let it kind of get on top of you. So I think, morale was like a big thing for us. I
think probably what's quite, there's not really any like spare time. I think quite often when you guys will know, if you're like going to back-to-back gigs, like I imagine it's full on, and you're not exactly like hanging around. Like there's no real opportunity to kind of fall out.
Yeah.
So I think that we in that environment, there is like no time. If you have like a small window of time to sleep, and then when you're not sleeping, you're rowing, or you're refueling, or you're rehydrating, or you've got there's like problems with X, Y, and Z, and you're trying to kind of troubleshoot. So yeah, I think that probably helps, because I think that if you were in that, it's a really small boat. It's only like 29 feet long, and the cabins are tiny. Euan and I did actually we shared a cabin for probably like 3 nights.
Yeah.
Because we were stuck on like storm anchor. That was probably a little bit cozy.
That was slightly more cozy than I would have wanted it to be.
Yeah, ever wanted it to be.
Want to repeat that.
They're kind of made for one person, but
You had your instruments in there as well.
we did. We tried to
we
write a
did.
tune. It was terrible.
Absolutely awful.
Oh no, hold on. There are worse places to write a tune. That should see the light of day. Come on, put it out, raise some money
It
for
might
something.
just be some sounds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you should threaten to release it. A better idea.
Yeah. Yeah, that's an interesting one. So you brought the instruments with you.
We did. So like when we did the Atlantic 6 years ago, you guys kind of took downscaled version. You took a ukulele.
It was ukulele, and it's
Didn't really work. You took
One string.
You took
and it's like playing the guitar and then going on to the ukulele. You're like, this is crap.
I heard, didn't you guys, obviously for such a huge venture, what you did, you're very precise about everything you brought.
Yeah.
And it was like, and we'll just bring the instruments as well.
literally.
It's just like a Formula One car, and then you just like stick something on the top, basically.
Honestly, like especially I guess coming from maybe more of the engineering background, but like it is a sport of like marginal gains more than anything else. If you add extra weight unnecessarily, it's just going to mean you're going to take longer at sea, kind of thing. And it, especially looking at all the spares and repairs kit that we had, it's like, right, we'll bring 4 of those bolts, and we'll bring like 9 cable ties because we don't need any more. Like you're counting everything out. And then it comes to the instruments, and you're like, but we'll bring those.
You're taking the accordion on there, like, what's that? You're trying to sneak the bagpipes in.
It was a small accordion.
It was a child's accordion.
It was, yeah.
With
It sounded pretty good.
Extra small Honer.
Euan went away and told us he's going to get a really small guitar, and he just came back with a full-size guitar.
It's GS Mini.
It's relatively,
But yeah, it's weight and it's space as well. But I think we were going to be at sea. We knew we were going to be at sea for so long.
Yeah.
And I think we had foolishly kind of forgotten just how exhausted and fatigued and uncomfortable like every waking hour is.
Yeah.
So we did think before we left, we're like, we've definitely got to take the instruments, because we'll have like, if we have some time on Storm Anchor, we might be able to record some tunes and maybe release like an EP or even an album by the end of it.
Yeah.
That's of course not the case, but
I love the idea though.
The intention was there.
We've got lots of random recordings of like bits of stuff on the boat and like waves crashing over. And
I reckon you guys could
send it
do
our
something.
way.
Yeah.
You're interested.
Yeah.
What have you done?
Yeah. So you had the accordion, you had the bagpipes.
Yeah, I had
You
the
brought
bagpipes
guitar.
and the whistle. Actually, I don't really play the whistle, but I took it anyway.
So I think you were pitching sort of like aspiring sea shanties and kind of not so much.
some sort. Yeah, thankfully the professionals came on board, and did a tune for us.
So you had, was that Ross Ainsley and Duncan Chisholm?
Ross and Duncan.
That's
did,
cool.
Yeah, they
That's
did
very
a
cool.
really amazing, beautiful tune, and it's great. So yeah, that meant we didn't have to, which was great.
Yeah. But you can play with them now. You can learn the tune.
Yeah, I don't know if we'll play with them or they'll play with us.
Yeah.
We'll see which way it works.
Yeah. I can imagine you've had a long day of rowing. you go to sleep and your head hits the pillow. I don't know if it was a pillow, point, and then the bagpipes start up. You'd want to kill each other. Surely.
That would be the crux for me. Out of tune pipes in my eardrum, like a drone whacking me in the eye.
The closest nearest people are on the space station, and you're like, oh, why is there bagpipes?
Yeah. And they were very out of tune. Yeah. They're out of tune at the best of times.
You probably had the funniest musical experience ever.
It was mental. So we, like, a big part of this crossing was trying to share the stories as best as possible.
Yeah.
And so for that, we'd like invested in ensuring we had the extra solar panels, so we had extra power, so we could charge a Starlink, so that we could send back loads of media, but also have live conversations at sea.
Yeah.
And I mean, the plan was just to see where that would go. The plan was never to try and, we never in a million years thought we'd speak to Euan McGregor or Mark Wahlberg. And then one of the most hilarious moments was we got like a messaging on our sat phone being like, right guys, American Rejects, they're like the punk band. They're playing a gig in where was it? It was Comicon.
Comicon, but it was after Flea.
It was after Flea. It was off the back of Flea. Yeah, we had a conversation with Flea.
Saw that. Yeah.
And then off the back of that, they saw Flea share that, and they got in touch, and they were like, yeah, we want you guys to come like play the pipes at our concert live streaming. And I mean, we could play the voice note.
It would be
Here's an exclusive from the All American
exclusive.
All Star. Is that what they say?
So they
All American All? Is it All American All Star?
We'll need to
Rejects.
send
All
you
American Rejects.
the voice memo, because it is the best voice memo ever sent to anyone.
Yeah.
It's just incredible.
I might get slated, but is that not the guys that sang the song that's in Shrek? Anyone?
Hey Now You Rockstar. That's I'm Smash Mouth.
That's
Smash Mouth.
Oh, yeah.
So they got in touch, and I was like, oh, okay, yeah. I mean, we can try and play the pipes. I listened to some of that. So they were like, we're going to play one track in particular, Swing Swing. If you can play along to that, that'd be amazing.
They wanted you to.
So they were playing live, and then they wanted to like stream me playing the pipes in live to intro Swing Swing, and then they would start playing along, and then they'd take it away.
We did try and explain.
80,000 people.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Might be a delay as well, potentially.
Well, no, this is what was making me
there
laugh.
was a multitude of issues with the plan, and then
Step one, learn the bagpipes.
Yeah.
Step two, no, exactly.
So I was like, what was it?
It was making
One
me
thing
laugh
to-
when you
so-
did all these videos and your connection was better than the person you had on the other side.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely ridiculous.
So they were like, oh, if you could jam along. I was like, one thing to note, like, you might be aware of this, the pipes are stuck in a key, this is probably wrong, but of D major, is that right? Let's go with it.
Or it's like B,
With a flattened seventh.
Yep, sure.
So they don't really go with anything. I can play like a low G and a high G.
Yeah.
Maybe that'll work. And they...
Seamless so far.
So then the lead guy sent this voice note back.
Bro, I love it. Hit the low G, hit the high G.
Oh, this is
Bro, I love it. Hit the low G, hit the high G. And if you want to find a fucking note with a pinky that's in the major key of G, maybe it's in there, maybe it's not. Fuck it. We are going to crest the waves around you. It's going to be like that under the sea moment when all the sea creatures like are in a beautiful orchestra and then it just happens and then all of a sudden Sebastian's in the middle. You're fucking Sebastian. You're the crowd. Kiss the girl. See you out there in front of the world, bro. I cannot wait to play for you guys.
That was it. That was the only instruction.
That was the pre-gig. That was literally, and then it was like, right, you're on live.
So you did it?
Yeah.
We did it, yeah. And even worse was it was a one-way stream, so I couldn't hear all I could see was myself on the screen.
We were watching it, so because we didn't want to get feedback, so you were just getting recorded.
I could just see myself. That was it. And then
We were watching it at the back, at the bow,
at the stern.
at the stern.
Yeah.
And then so then we were like trying to kind of message on to Jamie, like, okay, yeah, they're playing the tune before, they're about to play the tune, and then suddenly he was on, and we were trying to like, Jamie, just say something, you're on. Jamie's getting like beamed onto this stage, And then you just.
So then there was like a delay, and then I was like, "What's up, Comicon?" I just completely lost my cool. And then, of course, it was completely out of tune, and it
sounded terrible. It was so funny.
bad.
Oh my god!
But yeah, they seemingly loved it, and yeah, it was great. It was. Yeah,
Did
very,
they provide you feedback?
No, we literally
never heard from them again.
And hang up.
Nice. That's unbelievable. Did he throw a wee Finding Nemo reference into that?
Yeah, no,
into that
it's,
voice note as well.
Under the Sea.
Under the Sea, Sebastian. Yeah.
You're Sebastian. You're kiss the lady.
Wow.
Oh well, out of everything, that is the most. I did not think that was coming.
Yeah. We neither would we.
Yeah, jeez. Oh, you've fairly met some incredible people through this. It's a big effort to just meet some celebrities, right enough.
Yeah.
Lorraine Kelly, you met, to be honest. That was a big one.
She is the best. She
Oh, really?
is.
Yeah.
She's such a lovely lady. We ended up actually towards the end of the trip, we were getting kind of holiday snaps from her holiday trip in Zimbabwe because we had a WhatsApp group with her.
Oh wow.
She's so lovely. She's so supportive, and I mean, really, helped on the fundraising side as well.
Oh, good.
Getting the story out there, which is cool. But she's epic. We're big fans of hers.
That's so funny. We were saying just before you came in that it's mental that you're here because of the week you've had. You've started the rugby. You meet the First Minister this week. You've been at Scottish BAFTAs. I'm pretty sure you scored the winner against Denmark last night as well. That's amazing.
It's been quite a week.
It's been a while. It's not usually like this. But it's been pretty crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, being at Murrayfield presenting the match ball was really cool.
Epic. Yeah,
that is epic.
Like that full stadium. Yeah, it was pretty
pretty terrifying Q&A beforehand.
beforehand. Yeah,
It's like
On the pitch.
no, it was like in the president's suite.
Oh right, okay.
And, we go into the room and it's like the first person is John Swinney, like having a chat with John. And then, it was just quite an intimidating bunch of people. Like
Yeah,
Tom
it's
Stoltman, this was
Yeah,
famous man. He was
yeah,
there.
yeah.
Oh no, it was Tom.
It's Tom.
Yeah, it was Tom.
And then Big Jim was there.
Big Jim Hamilton.
It was just like
yeah.
Sam Hewen. It was like kind of high, I don't know. And then we had to go on stage and do like a Q&A with Chris Patterson, who he's like a national treasure as well. So that was probably the scariest, one of the scariest interviews we've done.
It probably was, which is weird because we've done quite a lot of interviews now, but predominantly they've been at sea. And when you're at sea, you just don't have time to overthink stuff.
You've got more important pressing matters.
You're just rowing. And then, we might get maybe 24 hours advance notice that, okay, it's going to be at this time. Make sure you've got the Starlink on, you're tuning in. But immediately before, you're trying to battle through waves and keep the boat going. And then it's like, right, you two are up, let's go. And so you've got a couple minutes to cool yourself and then you're on. So you just don't have time to overthink stuff.
Yeah.
Whereas normal life you do. You've got weeks in advance to overthink how you're going to knock the ball on in front of 7,000 people or bottle the Q&A with Chris.
I'm sure you were fine.
So no, it was amazing. It was a really cool experience.
Cool. And then BAFTAs was,
And then we had to dash through and get the Scottish BAFTAs.
Yeah,
which
you met Euan.
We met Euan in the flesh, which was really
That's
cool.
cool.
He's a really nice, really nice guy.
Charlie from Talis was telling he was on the same flight as him the other day, so that must be why he was flying over to meet you guys, of course.
Exactly.
Yeah, his message to because obviously at the BAFTAs it's all the loads of people that work in film and TV as well as some actors there as well. And his message was please make lots of
More
Scottish films so I
films in
can stay here.
Yeah, Alan Cummins doing a similar thing, isn't he? I guess from the theatre side, but yeah, that's interesting.
Super cool.
Yeah, did you meet David Tennant or anyone like that? Or?
He was there. He was in the room. He was in the room, but we didn't chat to him in person.
We're beside James McAvoy.
Wow.
Which was
This is the time you should have taken to get yourself cast them for your movie.
Yeah.
So you're like, Dave, you could be me.
Yeah, you're in, guys. Let's make it happen.
Totally line up the cast. The upcoming BAFTA award-winning movie next year or whatever it's going to be.
To be fair, did I not see you talking to someone about the fact there's 3 Hemsworth brothers?
There are, There's 3 brothers. Yeah. And they go in the same order as us, as in the oldest is the shortest. So it's
perfect.
It works.
It's perfect.
It works a treat, and I think he's got.
That's how they usually cast people.
Height first and then age, and then they work that way.
Yeah.
But I don't know. We'll see. There hasn't been any chat about the movie as of late. So
was Mark Wahlberg talking about it? Was it him?
There was a point in the crossing where he originally stated he was, oh guys, you gotta do it, and then he originally said that he was going to play all three of us in the movie, which I'm sure he's capable of it. But it would have been quite an interesting movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was. Yeah, and then he suggested the Hemsworths, and yeah, so we'll see.
Mental.
Absolutely mental. Absolutely ridiculous. We could not believe it was happening. You know.
Yeah.
As we were kind of, I think Mark Wahlberg was one of the first calls that we had as well, and Lachlan didn't have a clue who he was. Literally read the text. I was like, we're chatting to Mark Wahlberg tomorrow. We're like,
Yeah, sure.
I think you got that wrong.
Marcus Wahlberg, how you doing?
I don't know who anyone is.
That's quite a good thing,
nice
I
of him,
suppose. Yeah.
I know, I like within the trad scene, you know.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. But yeah, my like pop culture is pretty terrible.
So if Rudy Graham or someone from Scary War or something,
Yeah.
told you,
That's
you'd be
like,
okay.
whoa, that's
Yeah.
big time.
Mark Wahlberg, small
But yeah,
fish.
Mark Wahlberg.
Mark Wahlberg. That's unbelievable. Maybe going along the music line then. So, did you bring a speaker or something with you? Like, or
Yeah.
was there anything? Sorry, carry on.
Yeah, we had a couple. We thought about just installing something, which actually in hindsight would have been way better. But we had these Bluetooth like UE boom speakers, which they're fine. They're pretty waterproof. I think one of them died.
We lost one of them. I think
it died, and then it went
got
into a
washed
locker, and or it got washed over. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, they were pretty good.
Yeah.
But we were kind of on our Atlantic crossing. We'd had this thing happen where we'd brought our iPhones, which we were using for listening to music, and we'd brought, I think, maybe 5 iPhone cables to like charge them.
Mm-hmm.
And after maybe a week, we found that 4 of the cables had completely corroded and stopped working. We only had 1 left. And we needed the iPhones for more than just listening to music. It was like doing all the mapping and sending messages back to the shore team. And yeah, there was like other probably like slightly higher level of importance things that we definitely needed the phones for. So we decided to ration listening to music and put it down to like 1 hour a day on the Atlantic.
Couldn't do that. I can't live with my own thoughts. It's 23 hours of the day.
Yeah.
It's like going to the gym without music on.
I know. It was
It's like
we were genuinely, when it happened, we were like, this is going to be absolutely terrible. This is going to be the worst experience. But actually, do you know what? It was actually okay. I think because in that hour that we were playing it, it was just so uplifting because you were looking forward to it all day and you'd stick it on and it'd just be absolutely amazing.
To be fair, there's probably an argument to be made when you're listening to it all the time. You're kind of, I don't know, dopamine receptors or whatever dull out. And only for an hour every day, it'll feel so much better.
So we ended up for the Pacific row. We did kind of a similar thing. We listened to quite a bit more, I would say, but it was still probably only maybe during the day an hour and a half.
Yeah.
And then at night I would listen probably most of the night.
We'd have earpods in,
Yeah.
or something.
Nice. Was there did you have any go-tos in that hour? You know, is there a particular piece of music or song that you're like, I need this?
Yeah, we had
get through
we
the
had
time?
again, it's kind of based on what worked with the Atlantic. On that trip, it was an absolute disaster because we were setting off from La Gomera, from the Canary Islands, and there was just so much stuff to do that I think all of us had just completely bottled it and forgotten to download a bunch of our music onto our phones.
oh, that's a cardinal sin.
I know, it's absolutely dreadful. So, like, as the islands were disappearing and the 4G signal was slowly dropping off, we were like desperately trying to download stuff. But as a result, we probably had a pretty limited library of music that we could actually listen to. So we ended up pulling it together into one playlist for that, and it was a pretty random set of tunes on that playlist.
It would go from like Wagon Wheel to the Corries, Loch Lomond. It was quite the eclectic
Saturday night out.
And then for the Pacific we kind of did the same thing. It's quite I think it's a cracking playlist. Yeah.
Is that
obviously there's
available?
Valtos on there?
Have you put it on
Oh, is
Spotify?
there? So
Oh,
you're telling
right.
us Valtos has
Absolutely.
been played in the middle of the Pacific?
100%.
Because there was a guy that was
every day.
claiming to be the most remote and he was in Finland, but I think you win. Or he was in the Arctic Circle. There you go. That's fun.
There you go.
Is the playlist available? You should share that.
Yeah, it's
I think
online.
Yeah, that's cool.
We've not really kind of put it
Sing
out
along
there.
Pacific.
Sing along Pacific. There you go. Yeah, it's quite funny because we normally ask our guests if they were, desert island discs. Like if you're on an island, we say St Kilda Island discs.
Yeah.
Sorry, BBC. What one song would you take? I probably should have asked you in advance, but is there anything that springs to mind if you were Because you're probably the closest to the people that would be in that situation, perhaps.
One song. That's tough.
I think there was, for me, it'd be, I'm just thinking about it, like probably some of the tunes on either of those playlists. And I think there's very few that made it from the first to the second. Because I think we just wanted like a fresh start, fresh playlist. But I think Candy by Paolo
Good song.
was on both, and that I think that would be,
Yeah.
because it psychs you up, but it's also, it fits most, it's a great, it just fits all.
That's a brilliant
I
song.
think I would have Rura Horizons Part 1. Maybe if I'm allowed Part 2 as well.
Of course.
Okay, great. Okay, I'll Part 1 and 2.
Another great choice.
I'll stick on trad. I'd go. Do you know Canoe? By there's a live recording of it. The tune's called Canoe, and it's by. Is it by Barul? No,
Canoe by Barul.
no. It's.
I don't think I do know that one.
It's like, I don't think it's well known, but it's such a banger.
Yeah.
It's it's just, I'll never get sick of it. Try and find it, because it'd be good to actually find who it's by.
So we've got 2 trad and a modern classic, I suppose.
Modern
Yeah.
classic.
Think of it that way.
We listen to a lot of Beluga.
Of course. Yep, the man.
We listen to a lot of you guys. Listen to a lot of
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Nightworks.
Of course.
We listened to a lot of Leaf.
Yeah, there's an artist called Leif Folbeck.
Oh, Edinburgh-based singer-songwriter.
No.
Glasgow-based?
Canadian.
He's French.
guy.
Yeah, he's French Canadian.
Oh, sorry, I'm thinking, but I do know who
He is. We chatted to him as well. It's helped by the fact that he's like the loveliest guy. And we've seen him live a couple of times, but all his music's really good, and he's such a good performer. Like he's so good live. So who's it by?
It's Barul.
It's by Barul.
Barul.
Do you know Barul?
I don't think I do. Do you know Barul?
I don't know, bro.
Let's go.
Yeah.
There you go. He knows Barul. There you go. Adam Rhodes, engineers in this studio.
Yeah.
Leaf would be in his element in this space. He's just, because he's like a multi-talented musician. He gets so into it. He's like one of the most amazing guys to see live.
Yeah. Summit King Tut.
Because he's so
Nice.
he's just like,
Good venue.
it's like he's as if he was just jamming at home. He's amazing. Really nice guy.
See, I pictured you putting in like more like a gym session, playing like trance classics and just
Yeah.
to the rhythm or something like that.
There's a particularly big wave and you stick on Freebird and you're like,
Like trying to like mascot or hype yourself up with music, but
We
it
had,
seems more like you were. How
we
would
had-
you describe?
Well, we had one of our training roads. It was actually for the Atlantic again. We tried to. Well, we made it across on that one, but we were crossing the Minch, and we went from quite far up north, this wee hamlet called Ned, and aimed for Stornoway. And I can't remember what time of year it was, but it was pretty cold. And anyway, we set out, and we were going to try and do our normal like shift rotations, which was 2 on, 1 off, basically. So that would mean there was always going to be 2 people rowing, then one person would take like an hour or whatever to rest, and then we'd just keep rotating through that. And we got across. I don't think we ended up sleeping at all on the way over. Stopped in Stornoway, had like a meal or something like that,
Fish and chips or something.
and then we turned back and like rode into the night. And that was going into the second night for us, I guess. And it was so grim. We ended up, because we'd only brought 1 pillow, 1 roll mat, and 1 like sleeping bag. And on hard fiberglass like hull, if you don't have one of those things, it's pretty uncomfortable. And we ended up putting the power anchor down and trying to all 3 of us sleep, and it was just absolutely miserable. But for the rest of that night, we were just playing. It was like basically nothing but Nightworks.
Yeah.
Wasn't it?
nice. In the middle of the Minch. The perfect
Yeah,
place
in the
for
middle of
it.
the Minch.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
absolutely brilliant.
Yeah.
And then actually on the Pacific, there was a few occasions where, because there's no land masses, you can see storms coming from quite far off, especially like squalls that pass over quite quickly, but you can see them on the horizon and they hit you within 5 minutes. And there was one occasion where I think you were having a kip, and we were at the oars and we could see this storm coming. You could see the rain, and in those moments you just you haven't washed for weeks like with fresh water, so you pretty much strip off all your clothes. And then we were like, okay, we were getting psyched up, and then we put like Nightworks on full blast on both speakers. And we were like,
Pipes blaring.
Yeah,
I love it.
it was great.
Yeah, jeez, that's
I think I like to not see that. But I don't know if I want to visualize that or not. I'm enjoying the emotion of it, but maybe not the visuals of you guys. You know, yeah, that's great though. That's really cool, man.
Yeah,
that's really cool. I don't know, like I was thinking, like playing cinematic music and trying to make it kind of a film of myself in a way. Did you ever try and do that when you were there? Would you try to be like, stick on some Hans Zimmer and get kind of epic with it? You know what I mean? Or, no.
Did you listen to any Hans Zimmer?
I think I definitely did. I listened to. I kept on playing. What was it? The June 2.
Oh damn,
Brilliant.
Yeah, there's a few tunes on that like. Whew,
Yeah.
I mean,
get you pretty
is that
pumped.
the thing you want to think about when you're a day?
Nah, well, yeah, it's a bit of a mindfuck because you're like, you're like surrounded by what is like a desert, but it's an ocean.
Yeah.
Yeah, just imagine. Yeah, it's pretty trippy actually. Yeah, just like these big worms coming out.
Dark Side of the Moon.
Oh
Yeah, we
listened to that
Nice.
like with a crazy moon.
Yeah.
That was a bit scary actually.
I bet it'd be scary. Yeah, it's not exactly a children's kind of
No,
album, is it?
phenomenal.
It's pretty developed. Yeah.
Is it? No, it's like interesting, like what we were looking for. We did listen to like a lot of Red Hot Chili Peppers. There were like certain times and certain times of the day when you want like something to pump you up and get you through the hours. But I think a lot of the time it's like very familiar music that you just really enjoy and you know the lyrics to, and it's almost like it is like a sound of home.
Yeah.
And it's that reassurance in this kind of like, it's a pretty hostile environment and you kind of want that. It's almost like a reassurance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little
Did
safety
you ever
blanket.
have? I don't know how to describe it. There's some music I have that I know will make me sad and make me miss home, and I almost don't want to listen to it. Did you ever have songs like that that were almost so precious, or was it just like let's rinse every track?
Yeah, there's like Unknown Air, Duncan Chisholm, for me. It's just like, I think we've all said as a funeral song. Pretty grim, but like it's a beautiful track. It really is. But I wouldn't say we were avoiding stuff like that necessarily. You wouldn't always reach for it. Obviously.
Yeah, I get you. I get you. Absolutely.
You're like, why am I crying? You're like, oh, it's a shuffle.
Yeah. Because I think like a lot of what we were trying to do was all about morale. You know, we were really trying to make sure we were, trying to boost morale in whatever way we possibly could.
Yeah.
And sometimes music was such a good way to do that. But yeah, you got to pick the right tracks for that. I think if that's what you're aiming to do.
I guess you're at the heightened end of your emotions as it is, and music can totally amplify either end.
Completely.
If you're having a bad day, don't put on the sad Hans Zimmer track.
Yeah.
Completely.
Yeah. Or even play Candy by Pelotini.
Yeah.
Crying at the aft.
Or do put it on and just have a good cry.
Well, true.
Yeah.
True. Did you find days where you needed that? Get it out of the system?
Yeah, I'd say so. Like, I think it's important when sharing an experience like this to show the highs and the lows. I think that was really important because like it is such a spectrum, and like every day is a roller coaster of emotions.
Yeah.
And so there's definitely some moments where you just want to put on the sad music and have a bit of a blub in the cabin.
I think in terms of like, it's quite an interesting point that, because I think with the Atlantic trip, I think a lot of our media, it was like we were always pretty upbeat. Like we showed that side of it, and I don't know, it wasn't nearly as difficult as the Pacific, but I think this trip we leaned more into like showing the whole spectrum, because like it is also being totally honest, like from a fundraising perspective, that was important.
Yeah, I suppose that sells better.
Because like, I mean, Jamie was the best at crying on camera, but that it is really good for fundraising. But no, it was always, it was never disingenuous, but it was like, it's kind of the last thing you want to do is get a camera out when you're feeling a bit crap.
Yeah. It's the old influencer thing. It's like, I've just woken up, guys, but you had to go and put the camera up and then go back to bed.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah, it took a while to kind of get used to getting the camera out. Quite often where you didn't really want to.
Yeah.
Like when you went overboard.
Yeah, but then by
Coming
that
back
point,
in.
it was like second nature.
Yeah.
Because I think because we were like kind of removed from where the content was actually going. Like we were uploading it to a Dropbox, and then we had other people, editing it and posting it.
Yeah.
It's
So
more like you're documenting
Genuinely.
than anything at that point.
It was like a diary, and like we wouldn't like have to redo stuff. It would just be like get it out, or like once a day try and like do a little vlog. But yeah, I got with the incident that Euan's talking about, it's like we got hit by a big anticyclone.
Yeah.
middle of the night, and I was like at the stern of the boat, waiting to like looking for kind of a gap in the waves to get into the cabin, and big rogue wave, like 20-foot wave, crashed over the boat and basically swept me off. And then Euan kind of saw this happen, managed to like scramble back, give me a hand back inboard. I got in. I was actually pretty much bollock naked as well, which is not a detail we kind of.
You didn't say that, actually, to be honest.
I'm intrigued why you included it this time.
There you go. But then I got into the cabin, and like my first reaction was, because it was so like second nature by that point, like you have to we're trying to share this, like that's the storytelling is like really a big part of it.
Boxers on.
Yeah. Or just like camera up. So it was quite interesting that how we kind of retrained.
But it wasn't natural at the beginning. I'd say.
No, it wasn't.
At the beginning, it was really hard work. It took
like a month to
you
get
were really
into it.
knackered.
Yeah.
And then also adding that layer of kind of, especially the live streaming actually was just like we'd live stream for an hour and then we would sit in complete silence for 5 hours after it.
Wow.
Like, not able to say anything, just completely drained. Yeah.
Yeah.
I suppose saying I'm tired isn't really a valid excuse. On a
Yeah.
boat. I'm tired.
Yeah.
But it was like, the priority was sharing the story and ultimately try and drive towards that £1 million target. That was what it was all about. So we were kind of, we knew we had to do that. And we luckily got used to it by the end.
Yeah.
It wasn't too bad.
So tell us more about that then. You've got a £1 million target, and have you hit it recently?
We have.
To fund water projects in Madagascar.
Yeah,
Yes.
it was just, unbelievable. But we managed to, we were just below it when we were traveling back. You stayed out a couple extra days in Australia, and then like big final push with the shore team, like all the people who are sort of critical in the whole fundraising effort. Big push out, reach out to all the celebs and stuff, and then when we landed, we'd hit the $1 million.
Yeah.
So I think it's at like 1,027,000 now.
Wow. Good effort, boys.
Which is it's still kind of crazy.
So plan is to go out next year.
Yeah, so we'll go out to Madagascar. We think in the spring, probably like April time, and that'll be the start of like what will probably be 2 or 3 year phases of projects. 130-ish, 140 water projects that will serve up to 40,000 people for 65 years, for like a lifetime.
Yeah.
Which is going to be amazing. It's going to be really cool to go out there and just see the start of it.
Yeah.
See it in person.
If you don't mind me asking, why Madagascar? Is there any particular reason? Did you have a link to the place prior?
Yeah, it was. So I just went there literally I was at Glasgow Uni and then was on a summer, like went there for a month of backpacking. And then, it was kind of through that trip, came across this charity that I'd like stayed in a like women's centre they'd built, and called Feedback Madagascar, like very cool charity. They do a whole range of different stuff, but like water projects are sort of one of the key projects, and then they do like school feeding, they build schools, they build health centres, they do like, it's all, so it's a 500,000 population, like living on the edges of this chunk of rainforest, and it's like the biggest chunk of rainforest in Madagascar. And that population, they live on the fringes of the rainforest. So it's like, it's trying to bring people out of poverty with a kind of focus on trying to protect the natural environment. So it was kind of off the back of that trip, we then kind of decided we wanted to do a row across the Atlantic. We were like looking at a load of different charities. Met with the founder, this guy Jamie Spencer, he's a Scottish guy, and then there's like 3 UK based employees, and then there's I suppose 1 in Europe, 2 in the UK, and then they've got like 220 staff that live in Madagascar. They're all Malagasy. And he's just like he's like a very inspiring guy, just what he's done with the charity. And he's also like a lovely guy. He lives in Argyll, and he's just like an absolute riot. Yeah. So we got on well with him. And then I think like water, we wanted off the back of the Atlantic, we wanted to set up a charity, and we kind of, I suppose, reassessed what we wanted to fundraise for. I think like water is it's a pretty like clean water is a pretty difficult thing, especially in Scotland, to get your head around because
we're just
we've kind of got too much of it.
Yeah.
But then I think it's going out there. Like we've all been a few times now, seen projects which we've installed, seen village. You know, it's like seeing the difference between villages with and without is kind of that's when it becomes, I don't know. It's like definitely lit our fires to try and do something. So
Yeah. Got to keep yourself inspired, I suppose, don't you?
yeah. Yeah, and having that in person, I don't know, seeing it in the flesh, and like we've been out and like hung out with the teams that actually install the drilling teams, and it's like such a great leveler. Like we kind of go there like thinking, you know, we're pretty hardy, you know, we've done like these big rows, and then it's just like we're pathetic. Like these guys are.
What does that make us?
These guys are like, they work so hard, and they're like drilling all day for like 12 hours a day, and it's like they'll have maybe a bowl of rice for lunch, and it's wild the kind of conditions that they live in, and we're grumbling because we don't have enough electrolyte for our water and stuff like that. It's just like pathetic.
It's
Yeah.
a sparkling or
Exactly.
Yeah. No, that's interesting. That's very, very inspiring. And we were chatting before we started filming. Maybe Alfie caught it, but you're going to try and write a book.
Yeah, we're kind of in the process of it.
Yeah.
I mean, Lachlan, I guess you wrote a wee bit more through university. Me and Jamie are essentially illiterate, pretty much. I didn't believe you could actually read it.
Dad still doesn't. Yeah.
Dad's a writer, though.
Dad's a writer, yeah, and I think we never had the opportunity to try and write anything, and I think it was one of the things during our crossing of the Pacific. It was one of the things that we really focused on trying to do to try and share the story, was writing like a daily log, and originally, I mean, it was a kind of partly just for Dad in a lot of ways, just to kind of he's not very good on Instagram or YouTube or whatever. So sending him just an email with like an update of what's happened felt like a good thing to do. I don't know. I think we all really enjoyed it, and I think there was a lot of people that followed along in that way. They were kind of getting the emails and just loving it. So I think we've since put that kind of together, framed that into a kind of book proposal, and we're kind of going through the process at the moment of chatting to publishers. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, hopefully they don't. I don't know. At the moment, they seem interested, but
I'm sure someone will take your arms off for that. That's a great
we'll see.
opportunity,
Yeah, we'll see. No, it's been really positively received. I think it would just be getting into the groove and writing it. I think will be the challenging thing. Just like not waiting for that inspiration to come, like intentionally making time to sit down and write each day. But,
You should do an audiobook as well.
An audiobook.
But do like a really like gritty Bear Grylls kind of like day 54. You know, like, lean into it. That'd be good as well.
Big Brother House.
the hardest geezer, the guy that ran.
Oh yeah.
Day 30.
Yeah. You guys are a lot more charming than him. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Oh, he's brilliant.
We think you should do a music album.
Oh,
Yeah.
An album.
Or at least an EP.
Yeah.
Songs from the Sea.
Try a song and see how it goes.
Yeah, we'll start with
Well
one.
done.
Yeah.
If you guys will hold our hands through it, then
I'm sure, yeah, of course, yeah. Like we said before, though, it'll be like
we've written one song between us.
Yeah.
I think individually we've all done a bit more, but as a group we've written one really terrible trad tune
Oh yeah, for Dad's one.
for Dad's birthday. Yeah,
What was that? His 70th?
yeah.
Yeah, it was great though because we wrote Dad this tune, and then it's his like 70th birthday. We played it in a pub, and he absolutely loved it. Tears and all that. And then the next night we were in a different pub, and we played him the same tune, and it was like the first time again. He couldn't remember it.
I was going to say, is it Sykd? That was rubbish. I'm glad it was consistent.
Yeah, it was
good.
consistent. And then I swear, like the first 5 times, it was like for the first time.
Yeah, it was
again.
great.
Yeah.
It was great.
It's lovely. Yeah. So yeah, Dad's he's like a whiskey writer expert dude.
Yeah.
So he's enjoys the
But
drum.
I don't know. I'd love to spend some time. I guess we've tried to do a couple sessions. Jamie's not come yet.
Yeah, I'm probably the weak link.
Maybe the essential one though.
Yeah.
What's up, Rowan?
The hype
So
man.
first gig only to 200,000 people though.
Yeah. I've got my expectations are pretty high now.
Yeah. Shooting the pipes out at Murrayfield.
Yeah.
We did actually try.
Really?
Did-
I tried to convince them to let me play the. You know how there's the lone piper on the roof.
Yeah.
To play the intro to Flower of Scotland, and they weren't having it.
I
I
think
think
they-
they probably watched my Comicon performance. I'm like, don't think he's going to get through Flower of Scotland.
A lament to start like, oh no, that's not going to go well, boys. What's your musical history then? Are you, when you were younger, were you musically like brought through school with any instruments, or is this something you learnt later on in life, or what was the deal with that?
Yeah.
How did that work?
All of us are
Quite young age, eh?
pretty young. Yeah, mum was just amazing. She like took us down to the St Mary's Music School in Edinburgh.
Oh, yeah. To do,
from
like,
like the age
Sunday
of like
class.
2, like really young, where it's
Yeah.
just like toddlers banging drums and stuff.
Damn,
Like,
she wanted a band.
Yeah.
She wanted a band. Yeah.
Fair play to those adults though, because it's just chaos, like loads of teeny wee toddlers. But then I think I started the violin at about 4.5 or something like that, and played it all the way through school. I never really stuck to it after that, sadly. But then, for me, I started singing and playing guitar a bit.
Yeah.
And then at uni, did quite a lot of singing. I was part of a cappella group called Choral Stimulation.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
I don't know why.
I want to hear those recordings.
It's all like
Yeah.
pun based. Like,
Why? They're always pun
I
based.
don't know
aren't
why.
they? Yeah.
But yeah, no, we had a good run at it. To
You
be
were
fair.
like best in the UK, were you not?
Well, we went on Gareth Malone, you know, the guy that does the choir. We went on one of his programs and did pretty well, which was good fun. It was all carried basically by four of the members of the group were like actual musicians and like really good, super talented, and then there was the kind of rest of us we were kind of bringing the level down, to be honest, more than anything else. But
You were numbers.
we were kind of, I was like baritone, so like really that middle sound that just kind of, you could probably do without it, to be honest. But no, I used to love it. Absolutely love it. And then I guess through uni, well, actually, more actually after I've been working down south for Dyson for the last like 10 years, and met a couple guys there that are pretty into the music. One guy in particular who's a class drummer, and being engineers, we got quite into like pretty nerdy about building microphones and like, old
nice.
preamps and stuff like that. So yeah, I guess I've like done a little bit, but yeah, don't play enough anymore.
You're kind of busy,
Yeah.
to be honest.
And then I suppose we kind of started music at the same age.
Yeah.
You went violin, I went recorder.
Nice.
Yeah,
Right.
strong
Oh, yeah.
start.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
recorder. The possibilities are limitless.
Gets the girls.
Sure does.
I think it was what the most hated instrument to learn in the UK.
I actually took it pretty far. I think I went to like grade 6 or 7.
Did you really?
You
Yeah.
played the big ones as well.
And the big one and the wee one.
I
Had
didn't even
them
know
all.
there was big ones and wee ones.
Yeah,
all
they look
sizes.
just the
Not
same
even-
as the
not-
recorder,
just
but they're
upscale. Not the
bigger.
whistle. The whistle's cool.
Yeah.
Just make playing this is not the list.
We know the whistle is cool. Yeah.
I kind of miss the recorder. I think it might make a
You should have
resurgence.
it. Go
Maybe
back
I
to
will.
it.
Maybe that's my thing. That's what I'll put my energy into now.
Maybe they'll get you back on Comicon.
Not London's bridge again.
And then, I think I was just keen from quite a young age to play the pipes.
Nice.
And then there was a pipe teacher. Like there was enough students in my class that were keen to learn that a pipe teacher came in, taught us for a bit, and then from there pipe band at school, latterly, and then just played it more for fun than like for competing really.
Yeah.
But your
We-
tours were pretty cool. Your
Yeah,
busking
we had.
tours.
I ended up living in Glasgow when I was studying at the art school with 3 other pipers, and
Your neighbours hated you.
yeah, and we had some just a really like the most memorable trips I've ever done have been with
The best chips.
The coys are banging.
have been with those guys. We coined ourselves Pipers Inc. And
Another pun. Good.
yeah, and then the first one was around Europe. We just bought. I think we bought like it was like a 2000 Mercedes Sprinter van for like 800 quid on Gumtree. Put some pretty sketchy bunk beds in the back. drove it to Newcastle, got the ferry to Rotterdam, and then it was kind of just like the three of us arrive in a city, get the pipes out, busk, make enough to pay for fuel and beers to get to the next city.
Yeah.
And we did that for like we did like Berlin, Prague, Budapest. Then we came back round through the top of Italy, Paris, London, back home.
Didn't you have some leftover cash and just filled the van with wine at the end?
No, a little bit. We didn't have much cash left over. We didn't have much cash. We used to just, you'd blow it all on one night, and then you'd wake up the next day with a banging head, and you'd be like, oh, we need to get on the
Play
street.
backside.
And then we did it the following year. We're like, let's go to the US. So we upscaled a bit, rented a big RV, and drove it from Boston down to Miami, stopping in every city on the way. Again, just like same premise, just like arrive, busk. And then in the US, obviously, it's all notes. So you'd feel like an absolute baller at the end of the day. All $1 notes. You're like, yeah. Again, just blow it all on beers and diesel. And then on to the next. It was so much fun, though. I loved it. So
Sounds like you've got, well, apart from beers in your blood, adventure in your blood.
Yeah. It was just a great
Sounds
trip.
like you don't like sleep. Sounds like how uncomfortable can I get for the next 6 weeks?
I know.
Vibe, yeah.
The weird thing about that trip was there's like a loophole in the US. That's top tip here. Walmart's let RVs park in their car parks because it's like they're open 24 hours and it's like 24-hour business. And like quite often everywhere else it's like really strict. You have to park in like an RV place. You got to pay for it, and it kind of defeated the purpose of the trip. So it was just a trip of Walmarts.
What's the catch?
tour.
You got to buy a gun and then the
But it was pretty
I'm sure you
fun.
could buy bagpipes in Walmart at this point, actually.
Almost
yeah.
definitely.
Yeah, that's crazy. Damn.
And then you
Beat
started piano, eh?
Yeah. Far less interesting. Played the piano.
Turned
did
it
that.
sideways.
Then the same piper, Andrew Warren.
Oh,
Warren,
yeah.
Same guys. He taught the pipes and the accordion, didn't he?
Yeah.
And then I was kind of like, I want to do something Scottish, but I don't want to do the pipes because Jim's doing the pipes, and don't want to do what your brother's doing.
Could have done the recorder.
The
good old Scottish recorder. Aye, boys.
So then took up the box and played, a fair bit, like with pals. Played. Our group was called Peepin'.
Nice.
Terrible.
Might be my favourite one.
Terrible.
I was
name.
expecting like a long kind of pun, but people's good, yeah.
Peepin'.
Yeah.
And we bust a bit in Edinburgh, and just for fun. I think we all specialise in bang average trad.
Great.
You know,
Great.
There's a market for that,
we're
yeah.
very average, but we love it.
Yeah, we do.
We love it. It's good. Yeah,
It's fun.
yeah.
That's
it's
the
just
point
fun.
of it.
Yeah.
Just get together and play some tunes.
And it's
have
just
some beers.
to like do it with your mates. It's just there's nothing better. Really.
No, literally.
Having a couple beers and just making some funny sounds. So
Speak to Fish Namara nicely and they'll have you.
What did you guys start on?
yeah.
Well, okay, so I started when I was very young. I was the chanter, the bagpipes.
Okay.
And then I learnt the guitar. But my mum bought an old keyboard. My mum has wanted to learn a lot of things. I don't know about, your family and things, but they get ambitious and they would learn something. So my mum would always buy something, try it and give up. So she bought a keyboard, and I would, for years, just hit record and make little loops and stuff like that. Because I used to think DJs played live, so I thought you had to make it live. So then I did that, and then I learnt the guitar. I was raised religiously, so I played a lot of acoustic guitar, and I was in a few bands, so I learnt that. And then I realised I wanted to do electronic music when I was like 15. So I was learning on a software called Virtual DJ, which is the Microsoft Paint of production. So I did that for a while. And then, eventually started learning electronic music properly. And so I've stuck with quite a few instruments. But I suppose how Martyn and I met was through learning Ableton. But I was in the pipe band as well. So I got to have a little bit of that pipe band life. Maybe not as wild as you,
Touring.
carrying, vats of wine through Europe or whatever you were doing through it. But I've learned quite a few instruments. I'm a kind of a utilitarian, so I learn instruments to sort of to perform. I don't say I really have an allegiance to any instrument, but I love playing instruments and music. So
We're kind of finding now we write the song and then we're like, oh shit, what do we do live? Okay, it's
Yeah.
bass, or it's
That's cool.
random guitar chords or whatever. Yeah.
It's fun because it's a good challenge. We write these
Yeah.
really ambitious songs, and we're like, now what?
Yeah.
How can we translate this to
Yeah.
life? Which is really good
Yeah.
fun.
And just let the singers, the bagpipe player, and the fiddle do their thing.
Yeah.
You just kind of hide in the back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have as much of a musical background at all, to be honest. Like Dan said, we kind of bonded over like music production more than anything else.
Yeah.
I did the chanter when I was young, and a big regret was giving it up.
Yeah, likewise.
But it's really hard when you're like 5 or 6. If my parents were never going to push me to do it.
Yeah.
So it just kind of fell away. And I bang average guitar player as well, but I actually got taught by one of the Nightworks boys' brothers, Magnus, don't know if you know him. Just a couple of lessons, enough to get me going, it was chords. And I was thinking about it the other day. The very first song I actually ever learned on guitar was Everybody Hurts by R.E.M.
What a tune to start with.
Can you just imagine a 5-year-old playing that in the corner? Can I?
You keep that up, son. You're going to go far, big man.
Everybody hurts sometimes. So yeah, that was my introduction to guitar. But actually quite a good song to, technically wise, to
It's a
get
good
flying
one.
on, which was quite funny. But
Bit of trivia to that as well. Well, going back to me in the pipe band, there's a lot of the boys from Nightworks were in the same pipe band.
Nice.
And things like that. So they're a few years a bit older than me. So quite a few of us went through the same sort of trajectory.
Yeah.
Originally, I think we all went to the same high school as well.
That was on
So-
Sky, yeah?
Yeah, Sky,
Yeah.
Poetry
Yeah.
High School. We all went through the same. So that's quite an
Yeah.
interesting little.
Were you Sky as well?
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
nice. Wow.
Yeah.
So I don't know what's in the water there.
Yeah.
People ask us that all the time. Like, I don't know.
Well, I argue that there's nothing to do.
Yeah.
Not a lot of the time in the winter. You could argue there's the hiking and the outdoors, but when you're locked away, and you guys know what up north's like, you further north than us actually, but you can really lock yourself away and become fixated and work on things.
Yeah.
Like you can really craft something.
like-
you know what I mean?
So we spoke to Danny McCaskill.
Oh yeah,
See?
yeah, lovely boy.
Up from the Megan, he's not far away
That's
from us.
another. That's another example of that.
He was
Like,
just insane though.
Yeah.
He was flipping off his parents' house on a bike.
But we listened to some like podcasts with him, and it sounds exactly the same. Like
Yeah.
there wasn't much else to do,
just
so he
need to
just
find
like
things to
he
do,
just
yeah.
like narrowed in on that and became like the best in the world.
And the funny thing about Dunvegan, where he's from, is it's a street basically.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
just, I mean, you've probably been there. It's just a tiny little road, and to become such a talented person
it's
from
amazing.
such a
Epic.
small thing. So
So cool.
yeah, there's something good in Sky. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
could also be a social thing because there's sessions running in the pubs all the time.
yeah.
The young ones will want to get into that if they're playing their
Yeah.
instruments
Yeah.
and then form
Yeah.
bands and kind of progress that way. Perhaps.
Do you? I'm trying to think if I've heard you at Sky Live.
We were there this year,
Oh,
and
we
we were
missed it
there
this
in
year.
2 years
2 years
ago,
prior to that.
23. That was our first year.
23,
Yeah.
No, it's the.
Were we there? No, was that the year we missed it?
I don't know.
I think it was 22. All three of us went.
Oh, that's great.
We were there
That's
in
great
22.
fun. That
That's
must be
actually-
that must be cool for you guys.
Oh,
playing
it's
there.
sick. Yeah, the reason we do this is
Yeah.
because we say we were stood at Sky Live in 2019 watching, I think it was the Peatbogs or something, like, oh, let's give that a bash.
Really?
Yeah, lo and behold, here we are.
That's so cool.
Yeah, it was cool, yeah. Because there's just loads of bands above us that we've been looking at for years. And even not bands, like Milo is from Sky. Yeah, remember Destroy Rock and Roll, his mother's a
Felt the
teacher in
pressure.
Slate.
Doom,
Yeah,
doom,
Yeah,
doom,
yeah,
doom, all
yeah.
that stuff.
all
Yeah.
that kind of stuff. So, yeah, it's pretty cool.
Wow.
I know you guys are very active in the music. You go around and see a lot of musical artists and things like that, and then you've done quite a few festivals. Is there anything in Scotland that you truly, it's like, I really enjoy this festival? Is there something in particular? We talked about Arisig a little bit
Yeah.
there prior to the podcast, but is there anything that you really love to go to? Is there something on your calendar that you always look forward to, or every time it's different?
Sky Live is
yeah.
genuinely, yeah. I
Yeah.
think that's probably
There's
it's
some-
just list, isn't it?
There's something about it.
Yeah, and the fact that it's like
Such a cool venue,
Yeah,
such
yeah.
a cool space. Yeah.
it's
class.
like the perfect number of people, but it's just like one. The fact there's just one stage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that everyone's in it together, so like everyone at the festival has the same experience. It's not like
Yeah.
if they upscaled it and they had multiple tents going on, then it's like when you go to like Tea in the Park or whatever. Like you don't feel like you're having the same experience as everyone else that's there, but you're in it together at Sky Live. It's so. And then when the weather's nice, it's just what,
Yeah,
what a
unbelievable.
magical
No better spot in the world than
It's
festival-wise.
unbelievable. It's just so much fun.
I've tried to go to Tyree quite a few times and
Go to Tiny.
either it gets cancelled because of the weather or like I've had something that's happened and I hadn't been able to go. You've managed to make it.
I had like the best weekend. I think it was, what was that? So it'd be a year and a half ago,
Oh yeah.
and the weather was like unbelievable. Like, I don't think I can go back because it was so good. It will never be like the weather will never be that good again.
It's either the perfect weekend or an absolute nightmare.
Or it's cancelled.
And there's nothing in the middle. Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah.
We're actually from Tyree as well. Our four
Like
fathers, I guess.
four generations. Yeah.
We're MacLeans of Tyree.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
My father drives the boat to Tyree.
Really?
Yeah.
No way.
Yep. It's
And
a
I
beautiful
think-
festival, though.
Yeah.
Love the fact you come off the boat and you can just see it
Yeah.
in the distance.
Yeah.
The tent is,
Yeah.
down the hill. Sorry, Karen.
I was going to say, and then Orkney.
Yeah.
You've been to Orkney?
Yeah.
I haven't. I'd love to go to Orkney.
It's great. Have you guys?
We've not done Orkney. We did Shetland,
Yeah.
which was
Oh,
unbelievable.
cool. Yeah.
I think Orkney might be slightly too trad for us. We've heard.
Don't know.
Yeah.
With us
Yeah.
rocking up with
Yeah.
It's
drums.
yeah. The pub sessions. I feel like that's the kind of focus, isn't it, of the festival.
Yeah.
That was
One you
good.
should go to is the new one from the Elephant Sessions, the Black Owl Calling.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
We only started
Yeah.
last year, and they were gracious enough to invite us along. And I don't think we've heard a crowd that loud
No
ever.
way.
And it's not even any bigger than like Sky Live or
No.
Tyree.
Yeah.
It was unbelievable.
Wow.
Must be because it's on the site of the brewery, and everyone's just got it into their
Yeah.
veins.
Yeah.
Because the last 2 years it's been Elephant Sessions and Beluga have played.
Yes.
Yes, Beluga came in because someone couldn't make it, so
Okay,
he
yeah.
came in again, which is pretty good.
Yeah, people love him. Yeah, because
Wow.
Euan now plays in his band, so they've got good relationships.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's like they're trying to avoid trad's not the right phrase. They'll have trad bands, but they're not trying to be a trad festival.
Yeah.
So you get some like really interesting, diverse kind of acts on there.
That's
Which is
cool.
cool. Yeah.
Are there any other like small festivals that you guys have been to that you're like?
Eden, I liked Eden, was cool.
Eden,
yeah.
Kelburn, we've not played, but I think that's a really cool little festival in
Yeah.
Largs. The one in Butte's really nice as well.
Yeah.
We did that one, that was really good fun. Arisig, we've talked about Arisig. It's a festival, but it's not in a tent when it's
Yeah.
the winter because you can't do it.
Yeah.
I think Arisig, anything around Arisig is excellent.
I think
when you go
just going to say the privilege of this kind of work is that we get to go to all these places we would have never
Yeah.
stopped at before,
Yeah.
or you would have to go out your way to go to, and now we've kind of
Yeah.
seen them all.
Yeah. That's
what
cool.
was that gig we just did in the church in Braemar?
Braemar.
Incredible.
I met
Yeah,
Shona.
Shona.
Yeah. Shona, the local doctor who was on somebody's shoulders during our gig. Unbelievable.
Shout out to
Epic.
Shona.
She
I'm
was
seeing,
And
epic.
she's, how old is she now, by the way?
I'm seeing her tomorrow
Tell her.
at 8:30 tomorrow.
Oh, jeez.
Tomorrow morning. Yeah.
Oh, 8:30. Not in
Yeah,
Braemar.
yeah, she's in Edinburgh, so
Okay, good.
got to see her. Yeah, you guys can come.
Oh, no way.
She came to Australia. She saw us in.
Oh, did she?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
That's amazing.
So I had 3 pals from Braemar that came to Australia and then had to fly back before we got in.
Yeah.
Because we had like quite a big delay at the end. But Shona, like, she had her flights booked out and then extended her visit to see us in. And,
Oh, I love that.
it was.
She was amazing. She was so
someone-
funny. We were just looking out and we're like, get down from there. It's not safe.
That's in St Margaret's. So
Yeah.
That's wild.
It's so funny.
That's something I really enjoy about Scotland. Is it's quite a big landmass, but there's not
Yeah.
that many people, and it
Yeah.
does connect very quickly.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
were even talking, just matching names and people.
Yeah.
And that's something really exciting. I think that's really, really cool. Even you guys way over the other side of the world, so you're just running into people, and it's just incredible, isn't it? Yeah. It's
Yeah.
really, really cool.
Yeah.
Really, really cool indeed.
Look, we're taking up a lot of your time, but maybe what's next on the horizon? You got any big actual physical adventures lined up next, or you're going to just take
What's
it?
season 3?
Yeah, what's season?
What is season 3?
3.
My road to the moon.
Look, if anyone could, yeah.
Okay, I don't know. Yeah, I think it'll be. There'll be something for sure. There'll be kind of an adventure element to what we end up doing. We're not kind of going back to the day jobs, or trying to at least put that off for as long as we can.
It's quite funny. So, would have been preparation in training for the Pacific Crossing. Us 3 and our cousin and a couple others, we tried to get across the Minch again, and it was challenging, and we got about halfway across, and then the weather turned, and then when it turns in the Minch, there's just there's no hope, and so we had to turn the boat around and get back to the croft as soon as we could, and I think it feels like we've got unfinished business. It feels like we've done the Atlantic now, we've done the Pacific. The Minch.
The Minch.
The Minch is
The top.
yeah. If we can get
Yeah.
across, if we can get there and back successfully in a day, I think that we can say.
Row across, have a pint, row
Yeah.
back.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's
That's
it.
quite epic.
But no, I think doing as many things around Scotland, as possible would be really nice. Like we're keeping the boat. She's coming back. We'll have her up north, and I think we'd love to do just as many trips around the west coast.
St
North
Kilda
Coast.
would be
that
that's
would
like
be
bucket list.
sick.
Try and get
Unbelievable.
St Kilda on a rowboat.
Yeah.
But I think that would be for the next kind of year at least.
Are you taking some time just to not think about this stuff, or are you someone that would? Do you know, like when you do something really big, you're like,
Yeah.
right, I'm just going to stop, or you just keep on moving?
Yeah.
How does that work with you?
I think it's important to stop because I think it's like, especially where we're at now, like we're 8-10 weeks since we arrived, and like physically we're kind of pretty recovered, and it's now, and like the wave of there's all the excitement, and then there's all like the media, and it's when it starts kind of dipping down, that's when it's like I'm gonna do this. But I think it's important that actually writing the book, I think, will be really like a great, very cathartic sort of process for us. Just like it's like there's no point rushing on. We know we're gonna do stuff with, I don't know, proven to ourselves that we can make whatever happen when we decide what it is. But I think it's important not to just like rush in. It's kind of like part of, I don't know, part of our culture, I suppose, that you're always like the next thing, bigger thing. But
I think Scotland's, without getting too philosophical, with music, a lot of the writing gets done in the winter. And in the summer, you start to tour.
100%.
And it's like right now, it's quite introspective, slowing things down. It's dark. You can't really do that much outside. And maybe it's kind of the same thing. Coming back to Scotland, you can really get in your own head and just slow it down, which I quite like.
Totally.
So, and
I think like seasonally, I don't know, I always think that there's like that kind of, I don't know, seasonal change. It's like the winter is that time for like hibernation and reflection, and then the spring's like time for starting.
Get that easy jet to Madagascar.
Yeah. So do you guys do you kind of plan your year around that kind of
we're
like
always
seasonal
behind,
change?
so we've always got stuff to do. So we're catching them. We're catching ourselves. But
It's maybe similar in a way. It's kind of all encompassing.
Yeah.
You just don't think about anything else for a while. We struggle to turn off.
Yeah.
So
I think that's a good thing. I think you have to be hungry without being greedy. And you want to keep doing stuff but without getting obsessive. And then also, as you guys, more at magnitude 1,000 over us, but just to stop and smell the roses a bit and look back on what you've done. But you've done such a huge mountain. I don't know which mountain you're going to
Is there? There's not an ocean left that would be worthy
big,
of the Pacific Road, is it?
The Indian's pretty spicy. The Indian's it's not as big like the Pacific, like Atlantic. Indian's about 1.5 times the Atlantic. Pacific's about 3 times the Atlantic.
Okay.
But it is a lot more unpredictable, and like you get tropical storms more regularly there. So it would be exciting.
A bit smaller, so you just have to find something to do, like do it backwards.
Yeah.
A couple more tracks in the playlist as well, maybe.
And the nice thing about the Indian is you'd aim to finish in Madagascar.
Oh,
So
that's
from
actually could be
Australia and
quite
you'd
nice.
finish that, and it kind of, if you spin the globe, it's like the next stretch, I suppose. You've got the Atlantic, then the Pacific, and then the Indian. Kind of makes sense. Clockwork.
But then there's
round.
there's like the Drake Passage. There's the
Is that not a horrible place to be?
Northwest Passage. Yeah, they're shorter. Well, Northwest Passage.
They're shorter, so we could probably bring more instruments with us.
Get a drum kit on, boys.
bring you guys if you're up. for it.
Yeah, sure. Just I'll go jump on out. It'll be 39. That'll be good.
Is and shoot me down here, is around the globe possible? Has anyone rode around
Not non-stop.
non-stop?
I don't think anyone's done it.
One
Period,
chap
I
tried
think.
to do the Pacific and South Ocean.
Yeah.
So he went. It kind of transitions into the Southern Ocean. Sorry, but he got rescued.
He went below Australia.
Yeah.
Really?
in Fiddle?
No, he started New Zealand, and then he went.
Oh, he was trying to do
get
the globe, but Southern Ocean.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
It's so far, you'd be out for so long, you'd have to time seasons, wouldn't you? Like,
Yeah, and it's just like logistically, it's the food in particular.
yeah.
I mean, a solo, you maybe fit enough food for a globe.
I'm sure people
Trip.
wouldn't begrudge you to have a wee boat come out and drop some food off.
There's actually one guy. Is he Scottish? Who?
No,
David Bell.
no, he's not.
No, he's not. There's a guy who's just left from where we left in South America. This little yacht club called Yacht Club Peruana in La Punta in Lima, and the ambition is to pretty much do what we've done, and then it all goes to plan. Boat's okay. He hasn't lost the plot. He wants to continue across the top of Australia, and then continue across the Indian. So it's a massive journey.
Big old journey.
That is like going to the moon.
Yeah. And so I think he's taken food for a year, which is probably the max that you could fit in a boat. So it's just like from there, if he does manage to do that, hats off to him. Like that's a mega trip. But from there, I don't know where you could go, because I don't think you could go around the bottom of South Africa.
No,
because the seas would just be too much.
Horrible, yeah.
So and I don't think you're allowed to go through any canals.
Not up through the.
Because you have to have, certainly with Panama Canal, you have to have motor power.
Yeah.
I don't think you could row them. I don't think you'd want to row through
you
the
wouldn't want to be in there.
Suez
Those
Canal.
shipping. Yeah.
So
I'm still stuck on what he's bringing to eat. Probably like oatcakes and porridge.
Yeah.
That's it.
By the ton. Yeah.
oatcakes and porridge. We ate a lot of oatcakes and porridge.
Yeah,
we did.
we did.
What was your like savoured food, or was it all food just like wolfed down with gravy?
No, there was. So Jamie actually cooked about half the food that we brought. It's actually probably by volume. It's actually probably a bit more, because the stuff that we bought, they were all quite small portions compared to the stuff that Jamie did. But it was so good.
Yeah.
It was so good. Like it was a kind of mixture of curries and pasta. What else did we have? We had like a few stews, chilies. Yeah.
Nice.
Went heavy on the curries.
And
That's
they-
it. Get
yeah,
curries
yeah.
going,
So
eh?
you need
Yeah.
curry
So
night.
good.
Curry night every night.
Nice.
That's what we
You
all
won't touch
aspire
one
to.
for months
no?
now that you're home. Yeah.
How was it when you got back getting like a good old Scottish curry? Was it like, oh yes,
It's
I bet that
it is good.
bangs.
Although, like we did, as Euan said, the food, the home cooked stuff's a lot better than the store bought.
Yeah, of course.
And and you just have way more control over what's going in and the flavour and texture. So it wasn't too far off, like a good home cooked curry.
Yeah.
That's really good.
So
You're gonna have to do for the next one some sort of sponsorship deal with like Mother India.
yeah,
I was just saying,
Right.
cookbook.
Or a cookbook. There you go. Yeah.
we're gonna look into the freeze dried food, because there's definitely
Oh, there probably is
there's
definitely a market
potential
for
to
that,
do some like nice, good tasting, good for you, high calorie, nutritionally complete.
for the world's elite athletes.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And so we'll see. So next we'll bring you guys some.
Oh,
At the next gig,
I'm
we'll lob some.
hungry.
Next gig, we'll lob some freeze dried
Good
food.
on the tour.
Have that, you bag of tour food.
Yeah, tour food.
Honestly, some places.
It's
Maybe
actually
that's a niche. Maybe that's what we need to go into. Tour food.
well, there's a
trad scene.
Yeah.
Trad tour food.
an argument to be made, because you go out on these tours and everybody has different dietary requirements, which becomes
Yeah.
really difficult to eat in random places.
Yeah, I'm sure.
So if there was some
Especially,
kind
I
of
guess,
option.
if you're in
Oh, I'm a
some countries
celiac, so I'm a
behind.
nightmare.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's on the list. It's like we have a celiac for a while. We had a vegan, you got a veggie, and then you turn up places and they're not read the rider. Or they
Yeah.
send you somewhere that doesn't care, or what, and you're like, oh,
Yeah.
poor Dan has to traipse away.
Traditional food.
Yeah.
It's about the trad and capitals. Font.
There you go.
Yeah.
The final pun of the
Oh,
episode.
sorry, boys.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Cool. Well, we'll wrap it up. You got anything you want to punt before? What have you got coming up in the next couple of weeks? Anything you want to say about the MacLean Foundation? Or?
What have we got coming up in a couple of weeks? Our short term memory is really.
It's terrible. MacLean Foundation, though, if anyone does want to check out the charity.
Yep.
Just
Say it down the lens.
The MacLeanFoundation.org. Yeah, find out more about the charity. We'll be certainly over the next kind of more coming into the spring. We'll be going out and kind of doing quite a lot of, I guess, like storytelling around that, trying to like explain the cause a wee bit more. And if anyone wants to donate, you know, that we're still fundraising. It's not like the issue is solved now that we've raised this £1 million. Unfortunately, it's quite a big problem. And the foundation's obviously like a long running thing. It's not just the Pacific Room.
Got a whiskey coming out.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
With who?
We do. It's well, again with the charity.
So self.
Yeah, so it's like a donated cask. So we've done 3 releases.
I think I saw you did one with Razzie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
we have quite close relationship with them. They're really good to us.
Yeah, yeah. So they donated a cask, and then we did Glen Scotia as well, and then Ardent American, and then this one's well, actually probably can't say.
Yeah.
Probably can't say, but it's a special one.
Good.
But yeah, basically distillery donates cask, we bottle it and sell it, and all the profits
All
go
profits go
to
to charity.
water
Oh, brilliant.
projects. Yeah.
And Celtic Connections gig,
Yes.
Ah.
Yes.
which should be
There you
cool.
Which will be cool.
So it depends on when this comes out. I suppose this might be confusing.
It was
for
announced today, I
listeners.
think. Which
was.
we are joining you for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which will
I
be fun.
might bring the recorder.
Well, We'll get you on the stage.
Never
boy.
before seen.
Yeah, there's a mic there waiting for you.
You made it sound like such a threat. It's like, am I bringing the recorder? I'm like, okay.
No, that'd be fun.
That'd be
Fruit market.
Fruit market, yeah.
Can't remember the date because also my memory's
21st of January,
21st.
yeah, and
That's funny.
yeah.
That's the date we did our first Celtic Connections gig.
No
There
way.
you go. Written in the
There we
stars.
go.
Or maybe that was Valtos and Friends. Anyway,
Yeah.
And there's some what?
Quite a lineup.
There's yourselves,
Yeah.
and
Ross is coming.
Ross,
Ross is coming.
Duncan
Duncan's
Chisholm, Siobhan Miller,
Oh, nice.
Rura's going to
Rura,
be there. Hannah Fisher and Soren McLean.
It's going to be a song each at this rate.
Yeah,
I know.
It's going to be a long night as well.
Yeah,
Good.
it's
It's
gonna
going
be
to
a
be
long
quite a wild one. Yeah.
Yeah,
If only
so-
there was like whiskey or something you could drink with the evening as well.
Well, this is
Yeah.
actually a genuine question. How long do you think would you advise that everyone plays for?
Oh, it's hard. It's hard.
Don't ask us. That's Donald's decision.
Yeah.
But
As long as we
I think
can,
we have
usually.
input.
Say again.
How long would you like to play for?
As long as it's, I don't know.
Like-
At
like-
least
yeah,
5
yeah.
minutes would be good. Get us on for a tune at least.
Like a
about
few-
half an hour
Like a
usually
few,
do something like
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
We've
Half
got
an
some hours probably. Any shorter, and you're kind of like we're getting going. Then you're
Well,
Yeah.
the recorder will be the main set. So
Yeah.
that's about
Yeah.
2 hours, I'm imagining. And we'll just bookmark that on both sides.
that sounds good.
Just a solo light on you.
Yeah.
Shh. You have to play. That'll be good.
We've got some pretty cool. We've got loads of media from the crossing.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
this is a good point.
yeah, I don't know if there's anything we could do with some like your guys' music with some
Send
pretty cool visuals.
100%.
Just you know,
I built this random. It was like a camera on a float that we were trying to drag behind the boat to get some shots like off the back of the boat, but it always flipped over and just started filming underwater. But actually, it looks really cool underwater. It's all in slow motion as well, so it's like
Great.
a 30-minute video of underwater,
Bit damn shark.
trippy.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So maybe that could feature.
That's cool. We love using.
It's not for lack of footage, I tell you that. I'm sure there'll be something quite cool. Maybe nice of them naked going onto the boat.
Yeah.
Don't worry,
Whoa,
We'll
speak
move
for
those
yourself.
That's great.
Brilliant. Thanks for coming in, boys.
Awesome.
Thank
Thank
you
you
so
so
much.
much.
Thanks
So
for having
lovely
us.
to have a chat.
Really lovely chatting. Yeah.
Snap.
Good. Great.
Nice.
Thanks, guys.
That was cool.
Thanks.
fun.
Yeah.